Hawks continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup in this road game. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche Latina, celebration of Latin culture in the league. It's become an annual tradition and a very good one. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Just a single game here at home. After this one, it's back on the road for the Spurs. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court right now for the Hawks. Tony Parker is out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Embiid. And it's Olynyk in at the 4 slot.
Kelly Olynyk.
And guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
There's a screen. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Porzingis has got 5.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Parker dishes to Redick. Embiid the screen. Top of the key. Good on the jump shot. Leonard's got his first bucket in this one. Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height, and he'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call.
Here's Parker following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Redick with the 3. Can't get it to go. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Outside Rose. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. And another basket for San Antonio.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
Rose against Parker. From about 19 feet. Here's Olynyk. It's deflected. Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
And here's Anthony for 3.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4.
Embiid sets the pick for Leonard. The 15-footer.
Total foul. That's his first personal foul.
Parker again throws. Parker drives in. Lays it up and banks it in.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Rose. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And here's Green outside. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Rose with the ball. He's picked up by Parker. Noah the screen. Green with a screen for Rose. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Rose. Passes to Porzingis. He feeds it to Rose. And the wide open shot from Green. That doesn't go either for Green. The Hawks trailed by 4. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
J.J. Redick.
And good on the basket. Book it.
Tony Parker. Timeout Spurs.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And how good a playmaker has Tony Parker been? One of the best in recent history. The all-time leader in assists for the Spurs over his 14 years there. Just a crafty guy with the ball in his hand.
And continuing our talk of Tony Parker, the first year he laced up his sneakers, he increased the tempo for that entire Spurs offense, and it continues to this day.
Yeah, and the increase in floor spacing and tempo, a big reason the Admiral, Tim Duncan, and Parker won the championship together in 2003, and obviously Duncan and Parker have won a few more rings since then.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Noah. Diaw comes in for Porzingis. Hezonja, he's checked in for Daniel Green. And Cole subbed in for Derrick Rose.
All right, fans, one more time. Keep it going for your Silver Dancers.
San Antonio leading. Here's Cole. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Cole's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Embiid the screen. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. San Antonio leading by 5. Here's Cole. The feed to Mozgov. Pass to Diaw. The shot is off. And Atlanta will come the other way. Dishes to Redick. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Cole, the pass to Anthony. Here's Hezonja. Olynyk is covering. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3. The Hawks trailed by 8. Now, here's Parker. Leonard on the wing. Now the dish to Embiid. Out to Parker. Pass to Redick. A second chance effort. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Picked by Mozgov. And Cole kicks to Anthony. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Takes it off the glass.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
It's deflected. And the Spurs pushing it up now. There's the lob to the hoop. Stolen by Henson. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. And there's the pass to Hezonja. Changes up. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for the Spurs. And a change for the Hawks. Johnson, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. To the inside. It's stolen by Johnson. Mozgov with the steal. And Cole kicks to Diaw. He dishes it to Meeks. Back to Diaw. 20 feet out. The offensive rebound. Goes back up. Cannot hit. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. 36 seconds left here in the first quarter. Feeds it to Novak. Here's the 3. And yes, sir, that one drops.
For 3.
Novak's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Cole kicks to Diaw. Pass to Cole. Diaw down low. Novak's there. And it's slammed in by Diaw.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
And that does it for the first quarter. Spurs lead.
Here we go, San Antonio. Please give it up.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter is about ready to get underway. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
On the court for Atlanta, Steve Novak is out there with Gerald Green. Then it's Johnson. Then it's John Henson. And it's McCaleb in at the point guard position. Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, with 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
San Antonio leading by 8. Green kicks to Rose. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Rose has got 4 points this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
McCaleb passes to Henson. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful 2-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Rose attacking. Porzingis passes to Rose. Spurs passing it around.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And he was fouled. On the way up, 2 free throws now for him.
And guys, Gerald Green looked to be out of the NBA at one point in his career, but since coming back from Russia, he has completely reinvented himself as a player.
And for Gerald Green and him reinventing himself, really was just known as a dunker before heading overseas.
You know, Kevin, he came back with a better shot and a better understanding of how to win as a player. Strange to think that there was a time that he couldn't find a way onto an NBA roster.
San Antonio calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And the Hawks making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Deep 2 from Anthony. And the jumper is on the mark. Anthony's got 6.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
And Leonard has it in the corner. 16 feet away. Stolen by Noah. Anthony against Leonard. Outside Rose. Six to shoot. Pass to Porzingis. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, there were a few complaints last season about how the playoff seeding was done, most notably in the Western Conference. Portland was the 4th seed for winning their division, but without that division win, would have been the 6th seed.
No good on the second free throw. Into the playoffs last year with Portland being a division winner, but getting that 4th seed, that played a huge role in this conversation about playoff seeding structure. San Antonio would end up playing the Clippers in the first round, even though both had better records than the Blazers.
Kevin, no doubt it's a tricky situation. Listen, you want to reward teams for winning their division, but every so often it comes at the expense of several other teams, like it did last year, who just play in stronger divisions. So I think that's something that the league is going to have to look at moving forward. And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
Was shot by Redick, no good.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Noah the screen. From deep, Green.
That's a 3.
Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead.
Parker drives in. Olynyk dishes to Leonard. Green with the block. In transition, here come the Spurs. Anthony leading the charge.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
The Hawks trail by 15. Kicks it to Redick. Shot to stop the run. No good. Great D that time from Green. Rose passes to Carmelo. Noah kicks to Green. Right wing. Pass to Porzingis. Embiid with the steal. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Embiid. Leonard's got his second basket.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Rose kicks to Anthony. Now the pass to Porzingis. Back to Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And it's Rose penetrating. Here's Noah. Out to Anthony. Rebound by Parker. For Atlanta, they come in off the loss to New York.
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Noah. Diaw comes in for Porzingis. Hezonja, he's checked in for Anthony. And it's Jody Meeks in for Daniel Green.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
The Hawks trail by 11. And there's the feed to Parker. Outside Leonard.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
San Antonio calls timeout. And Greg, you know, for Popovich being with the Spurs for so long, since 1996, Clark, he is actually the longest tenured coach in all of sports right now.
Amazing, Kevin, and he's done it through winning. I mean, the third fastest coach ever to get to 1,000 wins. You compare his numbers with any coach in any sport, and they stack up as Hall of Fame caliber.
The Spurs making a switch here. Cole's checked in. Picked by Mozgov. Diaw with the screen on Parker. To the right side. Diaw can't hit.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance, leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Parker dishes to Embiid. Mozgov with the steal.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after that. And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
Boy, they're really battling, guys. Not sitting back, being aggressive, attacking when they have the chance. I like that.
Man, I like their approach to the game right now. There's tremendous aggression on both ends, putting the onus on the officials.
And Meeks kicks to Cole. And Embiid with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Six seconds left in the first half of the game. 2 on the clock. Meeks. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Spurs out in front. They're up by 9. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And now, your Spurs.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
Henderson out there with Boris Diaw. Then it's Norris Cole. Then it's Jody Meeks. And it's Baines in at the 5. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. It's Parker with the drive. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over. And Tony Parker, at least some of his success can be attributed to playing with talented bigs. I mean, in his rookie season, he plays with both the Admiral and Tim Duncan. He kept that partnership going with Duncan for several more championships. So while talented, he's also been very fortunate.
Redick is in the corner. They set the pick. Embiid kicks to Olynyk. It's Parker with the drive. That's good. Parker's got his second bucket.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's foul number 2 for him. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. And Baines kicks to Cole. Meeks passes to Baines. He feeds it to Henderson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Olynyk with the steal.
Oh, that's a tough pass to make there. He had a very narrow gap to squeeze it through and just couldn't get it done.
Now that's a momentum shifter there. A steal leading straight to a quick bucket.
Yeah, and a great way, Clark, to capitalize on the turnover. Don't waste any time. Get the ball right up the court.
Shoots from the elbow. They get it back.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound, a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength just like that.
Yeah, he's an invaluable asset for them to have. No question about it.
Redick. Embiid kicks to Redick. A second chance effort. Here's Embiid. And he dunks it down.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Here's Diaw. And they immediately answer back with a dunk at the other end.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Parker dishes to Olynyk. Embiid the screen. Shot clock at 6. Leonard attacking. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured at 10 inches long and 11 inches wide. Wow.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Rose against Parker. Dishes it to Anthony. They get a hand on it. Leonard with the steal. Redick with it. 7 points in the game. He kicks it to Leonard. Oh, that's blocked. Now it's Anthony running. He can go all the way. Rips down the breakaway slam.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Well, to give some perspective on Leonard's hand size that Greg was talking about, Clark, those measurements, 11 by 10, are what you typically would find on 7-footers. Well, this kid's 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, and I'm 6'9", and I'm about 9 by 7, okay?
Huh.
So that just lets you know.
Wow.
The only other hands comparable to that, Dr. J.
Ooh, that's huge. Green with the block. And the dunk by Olynyk. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs in their last game, a loss to Indiana. Rose goes in. Passes it to Porzingis. Atlanta with the rebound. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. The dish to Redick. Offensive rebound. Olynyk the pass to Embiid. Parker kicks to Olynyk. Stolen by Rose. Here's Green. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Spurs leading by 10. Rose dishes to Green. Parker against Anthony. Noah the screen. Clock at 6. Fade away. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Boy, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
Leonard the pass to Parker. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Spurs have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the 3rd. Rose passes to Porzingis. Anthony on the wing. Pass to Porzingis. He dishes it to Green. Noah with a screen for Green. Out to Anthony. From the arc. And it's Anthony again missing. It was pretty obvious, I thought, Greg, that Budenholzer was the deserved coach of the year. I mean, Steve Kerr, there are a lot of good names you can put in there. But what he's done taking the Hawks to the top of the East, few saw that coming.
I agree with you. I mean, he has transformed this Hawks team over the past couple years, has a wonderful team game. And, you know, obviously a lot of influence coming from Pop when he was with San Antonio. But he is really, I think, redefining how the game of basketball is being played at the pro level.
Feeds to Green. And that one's good.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
To the middle. It's tipped. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game time. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And, Clark, the best way to get that early offense is with steals. That allows you to get out of transition.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
To the paint. 3 seconds left. And that one's good by Novak. Novak's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Got it! He got it!
Just in time.
What a shot!
Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How'd he get that one to go?
I don't know, but I think that's a 2% shot.
The third quarter comes to a close. Spurs lead by 8. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. The Hawks trail by 8. On the court right now for the Hawks, we've got Johnson. Steve Novak is out there with John Henson. And it's Green. And it's McCaleb in at the point. The offensive rebound. Here's Henson. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure. But unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Mark, when you take a look at John Henson, you see one thing, length.
Yeah, a lot of it, too. I mean, he measures 6'9" with a 7'5" wingspan at the 2012 NBA Combine. His standing reach is actually 3.5 inches greater than that of Anthony Davis. Wow.
That's right. Four on the clock. Here's Azania. Misses off the left iron.
And talking about Henson, obviously the great length helps him as a shot blocker. The young center is also very quick off his feet. He's averaged around 2.5 blocks a game over the past 2 seasons. He's also been contributing some as a rebounder, though really needs to add some weight to kind of take it to that next step.
Rose passes to Hazania. Spurs passing it around. Outside Rose. From 20 feet out. Can't get it to go. So Atlanta will take it the other way.
Getting back to Henson, last year was an odd one for him. I mean, he was starting. Then in February, he was benched in favor of Zaza Pachulia. That might be a hint to Henson that he needs to put a little more work into his game to maintain a place in the rotation.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Spurs.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
Boris Diaw's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. Diaw with the screen on Parker. And Diaw Kicks to Mozgov. Pass to Meeks. Down low. Here's Mozgov. Banked in off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 4.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
Diaw with the steal. To the wing right side. Offline with his 3. The Hawks trail by 4. Leonard attacking. And he goes in for the dunk.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
San Antonio calls timeout. Kawhi Leonard, with another great season last year, earned his first Defensive Player of the Year award with his outstanding play.
And for Leonard, he became the first perimeter player to win one since 2004. That just shows you how incredible his defense was at times.
A different look now for San Antonio. Porzingis, he's checked in for Diaw. Anthony comes in for Hezonja. And it's Green in for Jody Meeks. Embiid, he's checked in for the Hawks. Picked by Mozgov. Inside. Here's Anthony. And Embiid with the block. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. Anthony against Leonard. Anthony dishes to Mozgov.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
The Hawks trail by 4. Parker outside. Mozgov with the block. Right side Rose. The 3. Redick with the rebound.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Fires from deep. Shot is no good. Anthony with the defensive effort.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Rose attacking. Shot clock at 5. Atlanta with the rebound. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Embiid, the pass to Redick. Green against Leonard. And Embiid throws it down.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Rose against Parker. They set the pick. Kicks to Carmelo. From outside the arc. They grab their own miss. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Parker with it. And Rose picks him up defensively. Embiid kicks to Parker to take the lead. And the pass to Redick. Chance there to take the lead, missing. San Antonio's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Anthony dishes to Rose. The drive by Green.
And what a game for Green. He's got 8 points, and his 2 blocks have given them a lift defensively.
No doubt about it. He's been a rim protector, and it's starting to get into the heads of their opponent.
And the first one at the line is good. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Mozgov. And both free throws good for Green. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Parker passes to Redick. The feed to Leonard. Sinks the three-pointer. Leonard's got 11 points here in just the second half.
The defense got butterflies the second that shot went up because they know he typically delivers in the clutch.
The three from Anthony. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 4 assists in the game. And Parker, here we go. Rebound by Rose.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Porzingis passes to Green. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Shot is off. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Redick with the three. And that one's good.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Rose kicks to Green. Noah high post. Outside Anthony. Out to the right wing. Porzingis passes to Noah. And that one's good. And the Spurs lead by 3.
I love that plan. Set up the opportunity for the mismatch.
Yeah, knowing they have to get a bucket here and exploiting the height advantage where they can find it, well, that's a no-brainer to me.
Rose against Parker. Outside Rose. Passes it to Porzingis. Noah. Yes!
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Parker with it. And Rose picks him up defensively. It's Parker with the drive. Here's Embiid. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Right side Rose. Connects!
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is secure.
I'm almost ready to go there with you, partner. Not quite. I'm hanging around at that 98% mark, so it's just about done, but I need a little more evidence to close the book on it.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And that's an intentional foul.
Well, that took way too long. If they're trying to stretch this thing out, they shouldn't waste so much time.
It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. 9 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
You know what? It isn't over yet. A quick score and a foul?
And perhaps a few missed free throws, and they're right back in it. So it all has to happen fast, but it could happen.
Redick for 3. Atlanta gets it back.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
And so it's San Antonio with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, and they got pushed down the stretch, but they did what they needed to do and held their ground when it mattered most and got the W.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And now time to send it over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show.